Just for fun. I mean, this isn't just for fun, but the live stream is. This fan. Turn that down a little bit. Where's my coffee? Yeah, it's time to clean it up. Haven't had fish in here for a while. Kind of was taken over by, oh, what's that blue algae, green stuff? Cyanobacteria. I've found these little worms, planaria in there. Hi Adele. How are you? Oh, I'm still kind of, it's almost noon here and I'm coming out of it. Tide went on last night. Oh, now I've had so much coffee, I'm like shaking. Yeah, I gotta tear down this tank and completely reset it. Most likely be getting some new fish here soon, and I gotta make some room to rearrange. So this has to get done because this tank water is bad. There's been nothing really living in here fish-wise. I've been running a UV light trying to combat some of the algae issues, and it's kind of helped, but it's not very efficient the way I have it set up. And now that I know we're getting fish, it's time to get her done, I guess. So this is what this live stream is about. Hello, Mike. Christine. Very cool. Maybe I should go on this side. Hello. Unplug this light. We shut it off. Unplug it. So the UV light that we got from a friend. A local friend of ours, he does Amazon review things. I don't know what program it is, but he gets stuff for free to try it out, and then he gets to keep it. And some of the stuff that he doesn't have a use for, he just gives it to us, which is awesome. So that's where I got that. Let's see, I'm gonna need a couple towels. Don't forget to bring a towel. So into you, 18. Thanks for showing up. Hey, Jeff. Towley. I know. Dee Dee. Katie said I have to stay on task, so I gotta stay on task, right? Alright, they got a sponge filter in there. I'm gonna bring this down a little bit, so I don't know. This old tripod, I hope it doesn't collapse. It's got a bum leg, it does. Alright, unplug this air line. You guys want some light? You do. Okay. Oh, we gotta suck some water out of there. We'll use the suck and dump method. That's such a thing. Like I said, there's cyanobacteria problems. What I'm going to do is empty it out, get all the water out, scoop out all the sand, the filter out, clean that up. I mean, it's going to be a complete clean. Not something that you do all the time because, well, it's not good for your fish. There's no fish in this. And what's in here is no good for the new fish. So I'm going to put all new sand. I got bags of it in there. Like I said, I'm going to take all the water out, take all the sand out. I'm going to spray it with peroxide on the inside. Give it a good wipe down on the inside. Then get her filled back up again. I need my clamp. So I'm not holding that tube the entire time. Clampy. That's easy. Now into the bucket. It's not sponsored by... I'd move you closer, but my phone was almost dead, so I had to plug it in. Watching too many live streams this morning. No, I don't have an accent like that. I just prefer to speak that way sometimes. Mr. Stan Pittman, hello. Who's too old to hang with us? We're doing what to what, Jake? Tearing down this 40 breeder. I hasn't been fishing it for a long time. But there's going to be. The water's bad. Substrate's got a lot of cyanobacteria in it. Just gonna get it all out of there. Start fresh. It's going to take a while to cycle it, but we have little tips and tricks on how to get things kick-started. I'm not talking about buying bottled bacteria from the store, which I've done before, but I got plenty of other cycled media in this fish room, extra, put in different tanks, different filters, in order to, for such a thing, you know, always be ready to be able to start a new tank. So now I got the logo in front of my face too. This is a very interesting part, draining the water, right? Did everybody have fun last night? I think I did. Oh man, I'm gonna have to move some stuff out of the way over here. A baby stroller in. There's a baby stroller in our fish room. What do I do? trying to save a lot of our water to water plants. I'm gonna have plenty. I suppose I could facilitate the process. Is that? I don't know. Might dunk some water out while I'm at it and water some of these plants because they need it. Probably, oh man, I'm extra shaky this morning because I've been drinking last night and I've been drinking coffee this morning. Always good to get the shakes going. Give a lot of crap to people. I understand that, dude. It's kind of the way we do it. Email off to the stranger danger Mexicali kid. Taking down outside decorations today, Dee. You could just be like some people and leave them up year round. It's easier that way, right? It's a mess in here. We'll pour it into that tank. Yep. Oh shit. That bucket's almost full. I'll move it to a different bucket. Always pay attention to our buckets. About 3/4 of an inch from the top of that one. I'm gonna take that outside and dump it real quick. Probably gonna have to use a lid so I don't spill it along the way. My plan was to not let it fill up that far and I could just carry it quick. Right outside the door. It's a bit nippy out. So yes sir. What's they doing? Oh yeah, watering plants. Plants love the water. Plants need water, man. You gotta be so dumb. Wow. My mom says a shower always wakes her up, man. Oh yeah. How could they be so dumb? Plants need water, man. They do. Everyone wants to talk about the Mexicali fish keeper. I'm not reading a lot of the chat, so I'm just kind of like spot reading. I have no idea what you guys are saying right now. It's okay, I'm sure it's all good stuff. Good stuff, Maynard. Tradescantia. Katie's better at saying these words, the names of these plant names than I am. I prefer simple names, like spider plants and things like that. I gotta dump the bucket. Switch the hose back and forth. Switch the hose back and forth. Water's got a little bit of a green tinge to it. I see it inside the white buckets. That's why I like white buckets. Ignoring? I'm not ignoring. And Katie's not even in here. She's on the front deck talking to her mom on the phone. You know what's really cool is Katie's relationship with her mom. They talk every day for a long time about all sorts of stuff. They're just very close. Definitely a mama's girl. Ah, shaky, shake, shake. Okay, I can't fill that one too full because there's not much of a reservoir underneath, and I don't want it overflowing underneath. I've been watering these plants a little more regularly lately, so the soil doesn't get too dry. When your soil gets too dry, that's what happens when you water them. When the soil is dry, water tends to just kind of flow straight through the soil. Katie left us alone with Jake. Oh, you're all in for it. You guys remember the spider plants I threw in here maybe a week ago? In that short video where I cut up the pool noodle? Threw baby spider plants into the pond. Let me grab one. Show you. Again, shakiness. Roots. Roots. And duckweed and crap stuck to the side. Look, little roots. Some of the ones I've had in the water for a long time in the other tanks. Like middle 10-gallon tank, the roots are like this long, just super, I don't know, you can't really tell the scale. Like a foot long, tons of them. Yep. I should do some maintenance myself, but the wife is outdoor dashing and the 7-year-old needs to clean her room. I step out of the house and she starts pulling her toys out to play. Look at her toys if you don't play with them. Switch buckets. Dump bucket. Gia. Got a StreamYard link posted. How late did you guys stay up last night, anyways? I didn't make it very long. I know I watered this one already, but the problem was is I was having the tequila. I love tequila. But I got sleepy. It made me go sleepy. That night I worked all day. And ate a lot of chocolate at work. So, combination of it all just made me a tired boy. Oh, water kind of stinks. Not good. It just stinks a little bit. It just smells just a little bit. Get in the plant. This one could always use more. Although it has been leaking out. Alright. Try to put this thing somewhere this time that it's not going to get kicked over by me. I was up at 4:30 yesterday. I ended up crashing about 1 on the couch. How does it taste? Tastes just like it smells. Delicious. Man, oh man. Yep. Ooh, this way. Put it like that. Well, goldfish watching me. I mean, this is all blacked off right here. They can't see through there. But they know I'm over here. Like, if I walk over here, eventually they'll all swim over here. Maybe not. I lied. I thought they were watching me, but they're not. Sometimes they do, though. Yep. I'll move that away again. First stream of 2025 here on Hagen Hill Design. Always check to make sure there's nothing swimming. Shouldn't be. Alright. Dump. last bucket I'm just going to leave in the bucket. Jesse, welcome. After morning, Jesse. So I need something to rinse the sponges out in. Although I'm worried about the planaria, if there's still some in there, which it probably is, but it might be living in the sponges. I might just take them out, bring them inside and rinse them out in the sink, and then spray them with some peroxide as well. Try to disinfect the best I can without ruining. I don't use bleach, obviously, that'd be stupid. I just want to kill off as much of the algae and crap as possible. It'll be a fresh new tank. What I should have been doing is, cleaning some of this glass. Magic eraser. Scrubby dub dub. Nasty. You need a pump. I have pumps. Who needs a pump when you have gravity? It doesn't need to be a fast process. What else do I got to do today? Plus with this I can kind of suck up some sand. It's no big deal. Just want to kind of move it a little closer to the bottom. Yeah, I have a pump, so I'm choosing to do it this way. But thanks for the suggestion, man. I've got lots and lots of different kinds of equipment in here. I use the pump to fill it back up. I don't like using the one pump I have to suck out dirty water because I don't like to contaminate it. P.U. I missed the comment. My hand's kind of wet. What did you say? I forgot that. You think I'm chill, huh? I might come off that way, but really I'm full of anxiety and a nervous wreck most of the time. Most of the time I'm very impatient and it gets me into trouble a lot. Sometimes I'm quick to judge people. I overthink stuff. On the rim a little bit here. part is getting the sand out and the final bits of water. I should be wearing gloves. I do have one open wound on this hand, kind of. We'll see. Never had an issue before. Famous last words. I ended up tearing this tank down a while ago, like pulling everything out because it was just getting so bad with the cyanobacteria. I have to get this window covered again. I used to always have it covered, and then we were having mold issues out here before we got the dehumidifier and such, so I took everything down. And you can kind of tell in, well, right along here, really caused some damage to the windowsill. It's all warped, but stuff happens, right? Well, I spent a bunch of time cleaning and wiping things down and getting it nice again out here. But I'm gonna have to put something back up over that window so I can control the amount of light coming in on that tank. I think that was the biggest issue. 'Cause I don't have a light on it right now at all. Other than, well, there's a ceiling light maybe just up to the, over there. But this window, I mean, it gets a lot more light than anything else. Good vibes. What's going on, Eddie? Happy New Year. That was cool seeing them on Eaters, huh? I pulled that up and saw, oh my God, he's sitting next to Grant. I'm running inside him like, Katie, Vibes is with Grant, and I'm not talking just on the live stream, he's sitting right next to him. In good. Okay. Well, it's bubbling now. Getting down to the end. What I'll have to do is scoop the sand out to the sides and make this kind of a pocket for all the water to kind of go into the middle, and then continue to siphon. That filled up 2 buckets. I'm going to dump this other one real quick. Yep. Scoop that sand without getting too much of a mess. I do have a mini broom and dustpan set that I keep just for working with sand. I'm not going to use the broom underwater though. But the little dustpan makes a great scooper remover thingy. That's the official term for it. Scooper remover thingy. I wonder how my battery's doing on there. If it's charged up enough. Oh well. Big belly. Okay. So scoop all the sand towards the edges. So the water has to go up to the middle. Should get this sponge filter out while I'm at it. Ooh, that's heavy with gook. Heavy with the gunk. Stick that in there. So Eddie, where was Shelby that night? I guess I missed the beginning of the live stream. So it was just you and Grant. Shelby wasn't feeling good, or she just gave up her spot because there wasn't a whole lot of room on camera. Or it was just boys' night out or something. I get all the sand along the edges like this. Now the water begins to pool. Towards the middle. Becoming a little deeper again in the middle. Yummy. You know, I have a problem with towels. I have so many towels. And I place them here and there. Place them everywhere. And I forget where I lay them, and so I just end up having towels sitting everywhere. Is this thing still going? Yeah, it's still 30 frames per second. Between 22 and 3,000 kilobytes per second transmission rate. 13 people watching, 38 minutes on. What's under the 40? 29 gallon. That's my angelfish breeding tank. Got an angelfish pair in there, which I'd like to get them out and put them somewhere where I can see them better. I don't like that tank because it's on the floor. That one I do have to use a pump to get the water out. But I would like to eventually, I'd like to turn that into a sump for the 40. That was the original plan, because it's not a pretty tank. It was used, we bought it used, it's got a lot of scratches in it, it's not a very pretty display tank. So the idea of the stand was to use that as a sump, and I even bought the PVC to make my own overflow and all of that. I just never got around to it. And when those angelfish started to breed, and I asked you, Jeff, for advice, that was the only tank at the time that I could have pulled them out and isolated them from the rest of the community fish, and was able to get, successful spawn results. Even though now, most of our baby angelfish have died off. I've only got 3 left that are survived. Really sucks. And their spawns lately haven't been good because the water quality isn't great in there, because the water's on the floor, and I don't have running water out here, and it's not easy. So I think that the eggs are just getting calcified like before. I think it's a good tank, yeah. But I have another 29 just like it over on that metal rack over here. So I want to redo that area, build a new rack for all the small tanks. But I'd like to transfer those angels into a 29 that I can see. And keep an eye on them and maintain it better. And then all those small fish that are in that tank, I'd like to eventually put into this 40 breeder, so I can put more in there. Mostly live bearers and some tetras. Just kind of have it for small fish. Which, I don't know, it might end up being that the 75 will get more small fish. I don't know. There's so many different ideas. I get indecisive about it. But anyways, I gotta get the rest of this water out of here. I'm gonna put that clamp up on top of here, and I'm probably gonna forget that I did that. There we go. That's the nasty stuff there. Jody P, hello. Well, that air pump got really noisy. Got it hanging on a bracket on the back side of this tank, and it's got two outlets. One was for this tank and one's for down there in the 29. Till I get myself central air unit. So I'm really excited to do that. I'm almost more excited to get the central air pump than I am to get running water out here. But eventually I'll have both. It's just gonna take some time to... Not bad. There's very little water in there now. Moose. Put this hose back. It's supposed to be all right. Oh, Sweet Acre Koi Farm. That's what that says for. Safe. Safe. Alright. Where am I going to put the sand? I already have a partial bucket. That's where I got most of that sand from. Throw back most of it back into that. And some of it I'm probably just going to toss. Yeah, that's what I'll have to do. Scoopy scrapey on glassy. Oh, sand scratches glass. I hate scooping out sand. I don't like the sound. I don't like what it's probably doing to the glass. Just try to be as careful as possible. This 40 breeder tank is the first large tank that we bought, large to us. Jake, he's our man. If he can't do it, Katie definitely can. Go, Katie. Chew. I'm surprised she's not like, I told her I was live streaming. I told her, don't call my phone because it interrupts. Instantly ends the stream. I shouldn't even told you guys that because some of you guys have my phone number. I mean, you, Jeff, don't call my phone. I mean, I love getting phone calls from you, but using the Streamlabs, somebody calls me, it just instantly shuts down the stream. Sucks. I guess I could probably put it on like do not disturb or something. Maybe that would work. I don't know. No, don't call my phone. I guess if you do, I can just restart the stream somehow. I probably won't though. So I just want to get this done. So I've got used sand in here already. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, this 40 breeder was our first big tank for us. Katie had a 10-gallon at her mom's. I bought another 10 gallons, so we had 2 10 gallons to start with. And realizing with our goldfish, we're going to get way too big for that. So I went to the store and picked up this tank because it was on sale. I don't even remember. It's been a couple years now. But that was our first big new tank that we ever bought. I really like the size of the 40 breeder. It's one of my favorites. I like the footprint. I like how much room it has area-wise. And actually, doing the math, you got a lot more square inches of swimming space, you know, area-wise, than you do in a 55. So, to me, it would make more sense to put larger fish in a 40 breeder than in a 55 if you want more swimming room for them. Maybe I'm wrong about that. But obviously, having 15 gallons difference in water is one thing. Taller fish like angelfish, definitely 55 I think would be better, depending on how big they are. Because an angelfish, you're talking when they're small, they're going to be fine in that water column, but when they get bigger, you're going to need a tall tank. Because they're tall fish, right, Funk? You know all about the angelfish, don't you? Don't you? Alright. What was I doing? Scooping sand? That's right. Let me get this bucket of water out of the way so I don't step in it. Probably put that tube in the water so it doesn't like start to siphon on its own. I've had issues like that. Most of my main spilling issues out here have been like I've had a hose in a bucket of water and then the hose fell out of the bucket and just created its own siphon and then starts siphoning out everywhere. Let's do this. One thing, I like having the chat on here so I can read it, other people can read it. It stays on the video, so when it's rewatched, you don't have to worry about live chat replay on the YouTube side. It's just automatically in the video. But it gets in the way of the shot a little bit. At least you don't have to worry about clicking on chat for it to show up on the screen for other people to see. Everyone can kind of see everything for the most part. Alright, let's scoop some of this crap out of here. Very wet, very gross. You know what? I'm going to put that on the stool so there's not so much of a travel length. Be careful whistling other people's songs on YouTube. Apparently I like to get copyright checked anytime I sing someone else's song. Even on a live stream. Like the last time, I got copyrighted by someone that was redoing someone else's song too. It wasn't even their song. YouTube's like, you're copying this guy. Well, that guy's copying the original too, so what the hell? I wasn't even copying him. Probably been playing that song a lot longer than that young kid was. I've been playing that song since you was pooping yellow, boy. It's kind of like cleaning the cat box. Just disgusting. yes. Gross. Shaky hands, getting mud everywhere. Ugh, this is the stinky part. Just nasty. Ugh. So much fun. Aquafunk, Aquafunk. Does whatever an Aquafunk does. Does he chat? Does he rant? Yes, he did, because he's the funk. Look out. It's Aquafunk. Chill. Chill, chill. Hey. That is nasty. Oh, there's a baby plant in here. Mama, look what I found. A baby Java fan. If I could stop shaking. Look at that, almost, it's still alive. I'm gonna toss it in somewhere. I'll just toss it in this tank. Well, hopefully it's not covered in anything bad. Here's how you cross-contaminate your tanks. Boop. That's all it took. Killed all the fish. What? Don't do as I do. Because I am a heaping pile of misinformation. The sand isn't really like sand anymore. It's more like manure. It's alright. I'm a Wisconsin boy. I'm used to dairy farms. I've had families with dairy farms. My family as a kid had one at one point. And I'm telling you, manure smells better than this right now. So much scratching. I think Joey would probably copyright me for that. He's the white t-shirt guy. Probably lurking right now and watching every one of my moves, aren't you, Joey? Got some kind of logarithm deal. As soon as someone says Joey, it goes ding 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 on his phone and he comes and watches. Make sure I'm not saying anything bad. I already had that discussion with him. I don't think he's too worried about it, to be honest. I like to poke fun at the lad. And I can call him a lad because I'm slightly older than him by like 5 years. So I can say, listen, young man, you're not the only one that can wear a white t-shirt. Funk, on the other hand, is older than me, so I gotta listen to my elder and respect him. Respect your elders, kids. Keep your name out my mouth. I mean, keep my name out your mouth. I mean, keep her name out your mouth. Or I'll slap you on stage. Oh. Yick. I don't gag easy. This is fucking gross. You know what I should do is move you guys in closer. Too bad there's no such thing as smell-o-vision, huh? Curtis? You can't copy because he wears children's sizes. Alright, I'm gonna unplug this because it's been charging a while. And see if I can't move you in for a closer look. Oh, not there because the dang fern's in the way. Between two ferns. Maybe I can just give it a little bit of a turn. Turn the fern. Yeah. That is disgusting. Now you guys can... Unless you can't copyright me because my belly's a different shape. Rocking the dad bod. Rock the dad bod. White's really bad thing to wear anyways if you don't want taint reflections. Ugh. This is absolutely disgusting. Yuck. You know what would help? Like just hold my hand steady. I wouldn't drop like half of it back into the damn thing. It is what it is. I got some on my Hey Dudes. Time for new Hey Dudes. I'm amazed that most of this is fitting in this bucket. Oh. This kind of reminds me of when Jeff was mudding his room, mudding the drywall. Kind of the same sound. I use this stuff to make an Adobe house or something. Yuck. After this, I'm going to go inside and give Katie a high five. High five, honey. And after she realizes what I did, give me a high five across the face. Just kidding. Katie's not like that. Ooh. Oh. Gross. To be honest, she'd probably be scooping this out and not complaining at all about it. Just getting it done. I got whine and complain the entire time. It was my idea to do this. The fun part about doing this is I get to reset up a tank, and I love setting up new tanks. I do like established tanks. It's just fun, you know, to get something new set up. It does. Only if you're sloppy about it. I just didn't take the time to put on something different this morning. I have a ton of white t-shirts. I usually wear them underneath other shirts. I don't wear them out in public like I'm cool. To me, it's like going out in just your underwear. I don't do that either. But I do. So what's the difference, Jake? If you're not going out in public in your white t-shirt, but it's okay to live stream in your underwear? I just contradicted myself. We're all friends here, you don't mind, right? Oh, this bucket's getting full. I don't know if I'm gonna have enough room for all of it. A lot of water left over. Not a whole lot, but probably gonna get brown sand stains in my armpits from reaching over the top, and I'm trying to keep the point of taking this out in one spot so it's not all over the whole rim, so I don't get it in my armpit. Nobody likes sandy armpits. Look, it's getting full. Five-gallon pail. Highly entertaining stream, isn't it? Are you enjoying yourselves? I'm the whack job standing in the fish room by myself, talking. There's no one actually physically here. But I kind of do that anyways. I'm known to talk to myself. What's that? What's that, brother? Probably use this out on the sidewalk or something in case it gets icy. Throw it on my driveway. You know, it might be really good is to use it inside potted plants or something. Mix it in some soil and use it for like succulents and types of plants that like a more sandy soil. It's chock full of nutrients that I'm sure the plants would just love. There's gotta be a good use for it. I'm not gonna reuse it because like I said, it's had tons of cyanobacteria, algae, planaria worms. It's just time to get that crap out of here. And that's about as much as I could scoop out of here with this tool. How am I going to get the rest? I'm probably going to have to... Oh, I don't know. Siphon it out, rinse it down with water, and suck it out with a hose? I don't know. I didn't really think about that part now, did I? This thing is just noisy. Yeah. That calmed it down. I got the air pump hanging back behind here. And now it's getting warm in here because the furnace is on. Right now, you see, maybe you can see, 77 degrees, 52% humidity. It gets as high as 80 degrees in here. We've got a wall furnace over there. Oh, my calendar has to be changed. Anyways, keep it warm in here. So you guys are lucky I've got a t-shirt on. Sometimes I just go topless. Whew. Well, shop vac time? Yeah. Problem is, right now, that shop vac's got a bag in it. I'll have to empty it out. That bag will just get wet and cause... I wonder. Let's see. It's a DeWalt. Like the sound effects. I haven't opened it up in a while. Alright. It's already got a hole in the bag anyways. I don't know if I've got the sponge to go on there. I don't want to. I don't know. Katie's the one that bought this one. Mine just kind of went kaput. I have the actual shop vac. It's DeWalt. Really good vacuum cleaner. We only bought it, actually. The reason we even bought this thing, because not only was mine kaput, that 210 gallon tank had a fine layer of white sand in the bottom when we bought it. And after scraping off silicone and all that crap, we just bought this so we could easily vacuum it out. I guess I could try it out. If the bag gets crappy, I just dump it out all in one, right? I just don't want to screw up Katie's vacuum cleaner. With that bag, though, it probably shouldn't... I mean, I can always get a new filter on there, but it's still in good shape. She's not here for me to ask her. I guess I would just do it. I don't know. What else? Don't enjoy unpacking after the vacation. What's a vacation? That's what I'd like to know. Oh my God, they've been eating up these goldfish. You just can't even have any. Just can't have any plants in there. They just eat them all up. You can feed them all you want. It'll never be enough. Never be enough. Isn't that right? Piggy pigs. So I'm going to have to move these goldfish into a different tank. Probably back into their 55 for some of them, and the others back into the stock tank pond. Pull all the plants that are in that pond, plant them in here and in here, and then the cichlids that we have, and that we're going to go into the big 210. It was Katie's plan all along to begin with. We just didn't realize that we were going to have access to some fish sooner than we thought. So that's kind of why I'm doing all this. Like my hair? Nice. Sweaty in here. Oh, gross. My hands are dirty. I'm putting it in my hair. It's fine. It's all part of the experience, right? Fish poop hair gel. Hashtag fish poop hair gel. It's nice. Well. I gotta come up with a plan to get the rest of that sand out of there. I'm probably gonna take a small break. So I'm gonna end the stream now. Been on for an hour and 12 minutes. I thought it'd be fun just to do a quick pop-up, have you guys see what's going on, and maybe I'll do one a little bit later today. After I get the rest of this crap cleaned out of there, and maybe show you how we deal with dirty play sand, because we use it's behind this curtain. I'm going to show you. We use regular play sand. It's cheap. We get it from the hardware store, and a lot of people are against it because they say it's so dirty. And I even saw on Facebook on this forum, there's like, this is why you don't use play sand, and they showed their tank. It was just a cloudy, muddy mess, and I said, well, that all depends on how you put your water in there, because we do it all the time and don't even rinse it, and within 24 hours it's cleared up, and it's never really that bad to begin with. You just can't put regular play sand in the bottom of an aquarium and start just dumping water in there and expect it not to turn into a muddy mess. There's other ways around it. So maybe that person just didn't know. The fact that they said, do not use play sand, this is what happens. Okay. It's nice that maybe they're looking out for people and think that their experience is what happens to anyone that uses it, but there's ways, there's techniques. And I'm sure most of you in here know about that. You probably use other types of substrate. We just enjoy using sand. And if we don't use dirt, we use sand, or we use nothing at all. We go Branton, bare bottom Branton style. So once I get that cleaned out, this mess right here, it's all on the side of the tank now. Get all that wet sloppy crap out of there and wipe it down on the inside. Once it's ready for new sand and water, I'll show what we do. Use pool sand on the top. Yeah, there's all sorts of cool stuff you can do. We prefer to play sand for number one, it's cheap. Number two, it looks a lot more natural. There's various sizes, little pebbles to sand. To me, it looks more like a natural, something you'd see in the wild. So I like it like that. But everyone else has their own stuff, own opinions. That's what's cool. It's really silty, but it's mine. Yeah. It can be silty, but I've shown you guys before when we were filling up that pool, and we did that on a live stream, and just throwing it in there. And after we filled it very carefully, how it just had a little bit of cloudiness to it, and then I showed you guys the next day, it was just crystal clear. Just got to filter it afterwards. Sometimes you can use a flocculant agent like Clarity, and or AccuClear if you're API kind of person. We found that we don't really even need to use that stuff anymore. It's all about how fast and how you put the water in there so as not to stir it up. And then use a fine filter floss filtration afterwards. And like I said, crystal clear in 24 hours at least. At the most 24 hours. Sometimes just overnight. That's our experience with it. Do we have better quality play sand than anywhere else? I highly doubt it. It's cheap stuff. It's dirty. I've even tried to like add it to try and cap off stuff, and I gotta do a little bit at a time because as soon as you put it in there, just fine silt everywhere. But it all eventually settles. I think when I saw that post by that person, they were just kind of freaking out because they probably took the picture right after they filled it and like, oh my God, what did I do? It'll settle down. It'll settle. It'll be fine. If we were looking at some pool sand, it's just, not as easy for us to get around here. Nobody locally in our town sells it. So we have to drive quite a ways to do it, and don't always have time to make a trip 30 miles away just to buy some sand. But 6-7 blocks away, it's a lot easier. And it works. Alright guys, I'm taking off. I need to get a drink of water and check on Katie in the river. Make sure they're doing alright. And thank you so much for showing up. Appreciate it. Probably see you later, right? Right. Yes. Hit the stop button. It makes it stop. I think. I don't know now. It doesn't work. I'm stuck streaming forever. I don't know how to use technology.